We've just been seeing more and more damage.
Rescuers trying to reach a man who has fallen into a grain elevator.
And then all of a sudden I heard the shots.
How this fire has just continued to change throughout the day.
Worst flooding in decades.
Kansas saves more lives with Next Generation 911.
Kelly County 911.
If it's a natural disaster, accident, or crisis, we know to call 911. Since 1968, that number means help is on its way. Now, with Next Generation 911, or NG 911, the citizens of Kansas can rely on help arriving more quickly and knowing better what's needed and where it's needed.
We had a guy that was stuck in the snow, slid off in the ditch, and the wind was blowing so hard it drifted over his vehicle. He's called 911. We were able to find him. Like with the old system, we would have never found him.
NG 911 didn't happen overnight. It requires detailed plans, elaborate cross-country mapping, and a reliable, robust communications system. It all started with the Kansas 911 Coordinating Council, a group of dedicated, qualified volunteers who bring together the concerns of emergency responders, law enforcement, city, county, and state authorities. No small feat.
The Coordinating Council was founded in 2011 when the legislature passed the Kansas 911 Act to move from the 40-year-old technology into the new 21st century IP-based technology.
NG 911 harnesses the full potential of smartphone technology and ease of use. It employs the Global Positioning System, or GPS mapping, that smartphones engage to provide directions. But Kansas has taken 911 to a whole new level, developing a detailed Geographic Information System, or GIS mapping capability.
The major difference between what we had a few years ago and what we have now is we have a seamless map statewide of all high-quality current data. When a 911 call is received, the map is used to provide some geographic context for that call. So the call taker will be able to determine where that call location is and look at the map, look at the aerial photography, view the location around the map, look at the additional geographic layers like emergency service boundaries, and see what police, fire, or medical units should respond to that call.
Radiation on the Vegas Lincoln out of Mary Robert.
With our county, we have 98% of it dirt roads. The only part that's paved or asphalt is our two highways. And regardless of the terrain, dirt roads, it does not affect our location of a 911 call.
Kansas needs an elaborate, interconnected communications network for this to work. Cell towers, Wi-Fi systems, and virtual private network connections all come together in a seamless stream of information made possible by AT&T.
AT&T's been doing virtual private networks for quite a while now, so they're pretty strong in it. And they've really brought all of the sides of the AT&T house to bear on this project and merged all of those different units within AT&T to create a network that's very robust and very resilient.
It's not just electronics, cables, servers, and circuits. AT&T has boots on the ground, setting up 911 call centers all over the state. Specially trained field technicians known as the Tiger Team.
We get things rewired, computers set up, and test everything out and get it all ready for our training staff to come in and train the local law enforcement to how to use it. From there, we wrap things up, kind of get reloaded for the next week and whatever's going on with the schedule, and do it again.
They understand the importance of what the final solution is, and they want to make sure that they're doing the correct thing, and they're very dedicated and very passionate about it and do a wonderful job.
NG 911 solves two very important problems: finding the caller's location and connecting statewide call centers in a way never before experienced. Previous 911 systems relied on information from the caller to know where to respond. Being able to locate a call independent of what the caller is saying is extremely valuable. It transcends language.
With the old system, it was like trying to find a needle in a haystack. The calls were very short, and people were screaming, yelling, and half the time dispatch would lose a call. With this new system, as long as we have 18, 19 seconds, we can have them on the phone. We can actually grid point of where they're calling from.
We had one most recently where it was a couple in a car that was upside down in water. And they were talking quickly and they were frantic, and not so easy to understand, but the mapping solution itself showed us pretty much exactly where to go.
What's more, a 911 call center can be linked together seamlessly from county to county using what's called a hosted solution.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that's big. It's hitting something. Oh, power.
This is an important factor when one considers that call centers face the same threats of being destroyed in a crisis as any other area. For example, Greensburg, Kansas, including its dispatch center, was devastated by an EF5 tornado the evening of May 4th, 2007. Our hosted solution will allow dispatchers to resume operations for their county from a remote temporary location following such a disaster. NG 911 came about by collaborative planning, detailed top-down mapping, and robust, far-reaching connections, all bringing to bear the tools first responders need for the modern age. The state of Kansas saw the need and chose to partner with AT&T to provide the framework for the entire system.
Our relationship with AT&T is a true partnership. When we come to the table, it's both of us sitting down to design, plan, next steps, and where Kansas is moving.
I've always been real big on quality and doing things right the first time. So I take a lot of pride in my workmanship, and it goes to character and years of experience.
It was our feeling that AT&T provided us with the most cost-effective and comprehensive solution to moving Kansas into the next generation 911 world.
AT&T and Next Generation 911, a partnership for the future health and safety of Kansas families.